Good morning, Texas, and happy Saturday. Thank you for tuning in to the Connect TV Texas. Today, my co-host and I have yet another inspiring show for you, ladies. So, good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Yes.
Hey, Amanda.
I am so happy to be in the presence of such confident and beautiful women like the two of you, because today we are talking all about confidence building.
That's amazing. I think it's one of my favorite topics to talk about because confidence doesn't just come in one day. It actually has to be built up according to certain things that you go in life. So I think that a confident person is more likely to go after new opportunities, are more motivated, and even improves relationships. Studies have shown that confidence can also lead to better health and even a longer life.
First, let's get into some really hot topics. Recently, French singer Jane Birkin passed away. I don't know if y'all saw the news of her passing. But if that name sounds familiar, it is because she is the inspiration behind the iconic Birkin bag that every woman wants to have or own, correct? So, the Birkin bag is a staple in the industry. Have you ladies ever owned a Birkin? And are labels important to you? Because Birkin is definitely one of the best labels out there.
I personally do not have one yet. I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword for me. It's about having quality versus quantity, and then sometimes it's about quantity versus quality. It's kind of those things where we have like fast fashion. Oh my gosh, we need something. We need we're having this kind of a party. Like I'm going to a derby this weekend, and I'm like, I've been studying online. What do I need? What do I need? Am I going to go spend $10,000 on a hat that I'm probably only going to wear once or maybe twice? Or am I just going to get one on Amazon? It's kind of one of those things where I don't really know what I'm going to do at this point, but I need to hurry up and make up my mind. So,
yeah, I wonder with her passing, they're already a very high-end bag. So I wonder if it's going to go up higher. What do you ladies think?
I think that would be like an insult to her because whatever the price was, whatever the quality of the bag was, that was her staple. So I don't personally think that they're going to change much because they don't need to, right?
Yes, right. Well, the Birkin is definitely a bag that represented a confident businesswoman, and we love that. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the loved ones of Jane Birkin. We will always be grateful for your contributions.
Yeah.
Moving on to a very confident Texas girl. Now we have Beyonce, whom, by the way, has been performing tirelessly on her Renaissance tour since May. Took the day off from her world tour to support hubby Jay-Z in his hometown of Brooklyn.
Do y'all think she just makes everything just look so easy and amazing? And she makes being a mother look so easy, a wife and a mogul. And she looks amazing herself. I don't know how she does it.
She definitely does look amazing, and she's so pretty. And she's not only pretty, she's Black, and she's gorgeous, and she's amazing. So the Book of Hope was the event. It was an exhibition located at the Brooklyn Public Library, and the opening took place July 14th to celebrate the life and work of her husband, rapper Jay-Z. I've heard of a power couple, but this is a whole power family.
Personally, with time change, okay, first of all, rehearsals, time change, traveling, performing at such a high capacity, having to fulfill people's tickets and just that alone. But then you have a family, your husband, like all of these things, like just imagine.
I think it's a great thing. Being a power family doesn't just mean that you're powerful on the business end. You have to work really hard to keep a family together, especially a family like this that is, constantly on TV, constantly followed by cameras, on top of everything that they own, who they are, the tours, like they said, her doing this tour daily and being able to take time. It takes so much power, so much love to keep a family like this together. So more power to them. I applaud them. I think it's amazing.
When we come back, we will have executive coach Stacey Lucez share with us how to navigate through some life challenges and build your dream life.
Dr. Booth from Austin Plastic Surgery Institute right here in Austin, ladies, will join us after the break to help share more about my very own procedures and also some common misconceptions about plastic surgery.
75% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi, winners. My name is Terry Kauser, and I'm a credit expert, and I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
Face it, social media depends on great graphic design. It boosts engagement, improves user experience, and makes advertising more effective. Stand out in a crowded feed and capture the attention of potential followers and clients today. Learn more at theconnectonline.com. We've got you covered.
Welcome back, Texas. If you are just tuning in, we have been digging deep into the importance of confidence building, which brings me to our next guest. So please help me welcome best-selling author and executive coach, Stacy Lusays. Welcome, Stacy. We're excited to have you with us this morning.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having me. I've been listening to you guys a little bit. So excited to be here.
Hey, Stacey. So you are a self-proclaimed sandwich generation expert. Now, what is a sandwich generation?
It's definitely not the people that work at Subway. So about 10 million adults over the age of 40 are in the sandwich gen. It's not like Gen X or Gen Y. This particular group of people are wedged between taking care of young children, trying to excel at high-powered careers or their own business, but also on the other side of the sandwich, they're taking care of their aging and in some cases ailing parents who may or may not need long-term care.
Got it. So what would you say is the first step to helping the sandwich generation overcome life challenges?
Well, I think that admitting that we can't do it all, we were talking about confidence and Beyonce and all of that stuff. I do think that a lot of us, I'm in Gen X, grew up thinking we could be superwoman. And as much as I love that theory, I don't think it's possible, right? So one of the things that I would say to the sandwich generation folks for a reality check is it does have a significant impact on your finances, right? Like a national study said that about 29% of women in the sandwich generation pass up promotions because we're busy taking care of both kids and older parents. We're taking leave of absences. We're walking away from full-time jobs, pursuing kind of part-time jobs. In terms of our health, I think 25% of women caregivers are depressed or have anxiety. They become very isolated because they're still, not going to happy hours, not taking those girl trips. So really just kind of isolated, taking care of parents. And then we're parenting really young kids in our 40s and 50s because we waited and pursued our careers. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a lot on our plate. And our kids, y'all, are suffering with a lot of mental health challenges, a lot of social anxiety coming off of the pandemic. So it's just this very complex, intricate space that people in the sandwich generation are finding themselves. And so I help them now.
I think, Stacey, I think you just described me. I feel like I'm totally a sandwich generation, trying to be superwoman. But, there are moments when you do have to take a step back and, like you said, prioritize again and for it to all work out and have the best outcome and be successful. Let's speak more on your brand. How does executive coaching differ from life coaching?
I think life coaching really focuses on just the tenets of your life: balance, family dynamics, relationships that you're in. Executive coaching really typically in the past would be paid by your company as part of your leadership development. And so it would really focus on achieving a return on investment for the company, whether that was your leadership skills or your conflict management or your negotiation skills. Maybe you are craving connection and getting it in all the wrong places or not at all because you're so busy. I do believe that it's really hard to excel as an executive because at some point, and I'll use celebrities are kind of the most visible sign of success and wealth that we see, and many of them are struggling sometimes very candidly about their mental health, their relationships, divorce rates, not being estranged from their children. So I think we have to balance the two, and you're seeing more and more women want and crave authenticity of self first before they give their talent to earn wealth from it.
It's been such a pleasure to have you on the Connect Network TV. Tell us, what is the best way to work with you? Please share your website and social media handle. I know all our viewers at home are ready to build their confidence and dream life.
So thank you. You can find me on Instagram at Evolution Executive Coaching. That's my handle. If you go to the link in my bio, it will give you all of the information that you need. I will say that the most exciting thing happening right now, my business partner, Felicia Tamer, and I actually were in Austin, Texas about 2 weeks ago. We visited the Lake Austin Resort and Spa, and we are partnering with them to bring you an amazing retreat called the TREE, as in TREE. Retreat, it stands for Transcending, Renewing, Empowering, and Evolution. And it's going to be October 27th to the 29th. You guys have apparently the best destination spa in the world, Texas. So come hang out with us. All the information is in the link in my bio. And I'm also starting a 6-week coaching program in September geared towards women that are in the sandwich generation or any generation and want to kind of transform their life. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Wow. Well, what a fantastic show, ladies. Up next, we talk to Dr. Booth from Austin Plastic Surgery Institute. And later, bench press Betty is here to discuss her seasoning and summer camp. Stay tuned.
At Emily Miller Aesthetic Medicine, we take 10 years off your face without looking like you've had work done. How we do this is, as experts in the world's #1 medical grade skincare line, we craft a program unique to you that's going to transform your skin. For a virtual skincare consultation and our online store, visit emily-rn.com and use the code CONNECT for 10% off your purchase.
Let me guess, life has got you down, but you are ready to get on the path to creating positive and forward momentum and being empowered. A tragedy gave birth to this powerhouse entrepreneur, and now she leads women everywhere. Meet Coach G. She is trained, certified, and leading the way for women. Text the Connect Show to 832-844-6940 for your free discovery call and join our free subscription today.
Hi there, I'm Kayla Kraft. I help women make money and increase their net worth. You can find me at mommymillionaire.co, and you can watch me on the Connect Network TV. Make sure to tune in. Oh.
Welcome back to the Connect Network TV. Today has been all about confidence building, and building confidence can look different to everyone. So let's explore more than one way to build it. With our next guest, the one and only Dr. Booth from Austin Plastic Surgery Institute. And what's so fun is the fact that although his practice is here in Austin, he's actually from Midland, Texas, just like myself. And this show broadcasts in both cities. And today he is joined by his gorgeous operations manager, Christine Powell. Welcome to the show, Christine and Dr. Booth.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having us.
It's so great to see you both again. And I'm so excited to have you here to talk about my own personal mommy makeover, because it's something women don't often want to share or like to share. I'll go back a little bit. So back in 2007, I already had my 3 lovely children. And so I decided it was time to have my mommy makeover. So we had the surgery, all went well, but as the years passed by, I noticed that in the area below my belly button, I'm not sure if this was due to, I didn't take my recovery as serious as I should have, or if it's just the way that my body healed, but there were some really hard areas right below that didn't seem to heal the way they should have. And to me, it felt like maybe it was scar tissue. So moving fast forward, I worked out all the time. I continue to work out, and I just could not get that area to go down. So I had been contemplating on going to see someone for about 5 years already. And so I went in to see my wonderful esthetician, Jen, who is also at Austin Plastic Surgery. And I was sharing the story with her, and she said, we have an incredible surgeon here, Dr. Booth. If you'd like, I can go ahead and make you a consultation appointment with Christine. You should talk to him about it. So I thought, what a great idea. And, I've been wanting to do this, and this just happened to all, fall into place and work out for me. And so Christine actually walked out and she said, "Hey, let me introduce you." We met. Everything felt so great. So the minute I stepped into their office, meeting Christine and definitely meeting Dr. Booth, they just made me feel so comfortable and so at home. And I was like, I think it took a whole hour, and I was ready to book my appointment, book my surgery with Dr. Booth. And here we are 3 months later, and I could not be more happy, more satisfied with his work. So I will let Dr. Booth share a little bit about what, the medical terms or procedure that I had her and Christine, and I'll allow them to share a little bit about my process.
Well, thank you so much for your kind words, Wendy, and thank you for sharing your story. And along those lines, the thing that we're talking about, confidence building, is that a vast number of patients like yourself, Wendy, if you were to look at Wendy and think she doesn't need anything, right? But that's not what plastic surgery is about, right? It's about building and restoring confidence. And so that's probably the biggest take-home message I can offer from plastic surgery. As far as Wendy's specific procedure, over time, you have skin laxity, the skin loses some of its elastic recoil, the soft tissues have more laxity. And so regardless of diet and exercise, because Wendy did not have hardly any additional fat, right? There was just excess skin and muscle laxity. And so that's what we address.
And Wendy, you had already had this done years ago. Is that correct? So Dr. Booth, how do you know when it's time for some upkeep or revisions or previous?
Sure. Well, for things like what Wendy had, that typically lasts until you have a change, right? So over time, our skin becomes more lax, or if you have weight loss or weight gain. So I would say on average about 10 years, but again, it's all about confidence, right? And so if that has changed in 5 years, if it's changed in 15 years, that's when it's time to restore that.
Sometimes plastic surgery can get a bad rap. How do you dispel some of the misconceptions associated with that?
Well, I think, like I said earlier, the plastic surgery has, I think, a reputation of being fake, right? Of being overdone. And it really doesn't, I think that's not really the case, right? Yes, there are examples, but it's really about augmenting you to help you be more confident. And so we do that in all aspects of our lives. Just this one involves a procedure, right? And so that's really what I would say to that, is that this is just augmenting ourselves to be more confident. Just like going to the gym, or going shopping, eating healthy. Like it's all, a lot of these things are just to help us feel better about ourselves and to be more confident.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Booth and Christine, for being here with us today. Thank you for all your insights. And how can our viewers make their own appointments with you at APSI?
So for locally, you can just call our office or go through social media or online. For patients who are out of town, typically we would have a virtual consultation, so a consultation via Zoom or FaceTime to discuss goals and a treatment plan. Obviously, I cannot examine someone from social media or FaceTime or Zoom. But at least we can start the process, meet each other, decide if it's the right fit.
I know all our viewers are going to definitely maybe want to set up a consultation, because after all the wonderful things that they've heard about your incredible work, I'm sure they're going to be calling your office. And how about your website?
It's austinpsi.com.
Wonderful. Well, don't go anywhere. Again, it's been such an honor and such a pleasure. And we will be having you back throughout the next couple of months, Dr. Booth and Christine, to share more tips and questions like that our viewers may have for their procedures that they're hopefully looking to have done in the future. So don't go away, because coming up next, we have Jennifer Jordan, also known as Bench Press Betty, to share her story of triumph and how she builds confidence. We will be right back.
Face it, social media depends on great graphic design. It boosts engagement, improves user experience, and makes advertising more effective. Stand out in a crowded feed and capture the attention of potential followers and clients today. Learn more at theconnectonline.com. We've got you covered.
Hi guys, it's Ty Hunter. Please check out my new book, Makeover from Within, and you're watching the Connect Network.
Welcome back to a truly inspiring show this morning. Today is all about confidence building. And right now, we are going to speak with a very confident woman, figure competitor, and entrepreneur, Jennifer Jordan Strain, aka Bench Press Betty.
Welcome, Betty.
Welcome.
Betty, first, let me tell you, you look beautiful. I love your dress. I love the colors you're wearing. It just gives you a boost. You look amazing. I couldn't hear you. Your name is so intriguing. Please share your story and how you came to be Bench Press Betty.
First off, I am a Midland girl, born and raised. I have a big girl job. I have been a career data analyst here in Midland, Texas for the last 11 years. And for the last 10 years, I've also been a figure bodybuilding competitor. I love it so much. It's like a beauty pageant for fit girls. And one of the fortunate opportunities I had back in 2019 was to compete at the Arnold Schwarzenegger competition in Columbus, Ohio. There's over 22,000 athletes from so many different sports that week. And one of the events that they had was young girls gymnastics. And so after I got off stage from competing, I had the hair, I had the sparkles, I had the glam, and I walked the expo. And I had the fortunate opportunity to meet with some of these little girl gymnasts. And it was the first time that I felt influential. They wanted their pictures with me. They wanted their moms to exchange social media. And this was around the time that all the YouTubers were coming up with the cute little names and handles. And I wanted something that represented me. So Betty was the name of my grandmother. I unfortunately lost her to breast cancer about 10 years ago, but she would have been my biggest cheerleader in anything that I did. So that's where the name Bench Press Betty came from. Around the same time, I started dating someone who had a young girl, and we were looking for something fun for her to do for the summertime here in Midland, Texas. And I personally grew up doing a ton of summer camps, lots of games, lots of activities, crafts. And I was a little disheartened not to see too much out there outside of sports camp. So around that time, my boyfriend at the time joked with me that I should start my own camp. And then fast forward and 2020 happened, and it really forced us all to slow down and reevaluate what's important to us. And I just couldn't get what he said out of my mind as far as you should start a summer camp because it should exist. And so I decided to take the challenge, and here we are 4 years later, and it's been great. But I knew the most important thing is I needed funding for the camp. I didn't want to start just a generic GoFundMe account and have people donate to me, not getting to know me. And so I weighed in on the fact that I do bodybuilding shows. And I often get asked, especially around the New Year, New Me, of how do you do the diet? I mean, how have I eaten chicken and broccoli and rice for the last 10 years and not gotten bored with it? Well, here in my house, we enjoy cooking and we like to mix a lot of our own seasonings. And so it just seemed like a great fit. So I actually came up with my own little small business. I started my own line of seasonings. I have 6 different flavors to choose from that you can use on your healthy food or you can use on pizza and mac and cheese.
I love that so much about you, Betty. And I love your energy. I mean, just your energy alone. I would love to take a class with you and just I love that vibe. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. I think I'm going to go run 10 miles after I get off this with you because you are inspiring me to want to get up, get out, get the door running. So what do you see in the future for Bench Press Betty seasoning?
I didn't go into it with the mindset of trying to expand it right off the bat, but it has really taken off. I've been blessed to have gotten it stocked in a few of the local stores in and around Midland. And then I would love ultimately for a major retailer to pick it up and be able to really spread my story and everything and get the word out of what I'm trying to do. Seasonings are not going to cure cancer. It's nothing new, but it's the why behind what I'm doing it. And it's what it's meant to support and represent. So really the sky's the limit.
We need more women like you, women that are willing to put into our youth girls nowadays, that it's so hard to find people like you. So what's the best way to connect with you? How can we get information about the summer camp and Bench Press Betty seasonings?
Absolutely. So if you'd like to follow me and follow my story as Bench Press Betty, my website is benchpressbetty.com, or any of the social medias. You can connect with me at Bench Press Betty. And then if you'd like to learn more about attending Supergirl Summer Camp, volunteer for it, sponsorships, we always need sponsorships. So our website is supergirlsummercamp.org. And then you can connect with us on our social medias at Supergirl Summer Camp.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for being with us today, Betty. And thank you for sharing so much insight. We're here at the Connect Network. We're all about women empowerment. So thank you for your dedication to that as well. Well, that is a wrap for today. We will see you next Saturday on the Connect Network TV. And thank you all for joining us. Till the next time, Texas, keep up with us online and binge watch our past episodes Netflix style at theconnectonline.com.
You're watching the Connect Network TV on the CW.